Hi everyone, Darren Hunter here. This is the Profitability Mindshift podcast. Today we're talking about another law, and this is the law of alternate cost. Basically, that if you provide a service at a fee and you don't express what the alternate cost is, if your service was missing, then you are at the risk of your fee looking expensive. But if you're able to compare it against what the alternate cost is of going without, and that is a really ugly high cost compared to you providing the service and what your fee is, then you've now justified it and you've made it look like a bargain, even though it's the very, very same fee. Example, so here in Australia, we legally must give to owners an accountability of how the rental monies have been spent, have been dispersed, who would pay it, all that sort of thing. And that's a monthly statement. Everyone does it. But also, annually, we provide a statement to the owner as well, but that's not a legal requirement. That's just an add value service. So why do it for free? And so if we said to the owner, Mr. Owner, here is your annual statement, but from now on, we won't be providing it any longer. What will the owner then have to do? Well, he'd have to take all his 12 monthly statements and all the bits of paper or whatever, take them to his accountant. The accountant, they don't charge like property managers per hour. They're probably like $200 or $300 an hour. And they're not going to take an hour, probably two, to take all that information and then amalgamate it so they've got one statement. And it could cost the owner $300-400 to get that service done. And so, of course, the annual statement now means that the accountant doesn't have to do that work and saves him a lot of money. Alrighty. So if the owner is being charged $300 or $400 for that accounting service, well, why are you afraid to charge $30, $40, $50, $60, and I've even seen up to $125? And when I'm speaking in America, of course, I've got to be very careful about what I say on stage because of the antitrust laws and mentioning numbers. And I say, okay, if the owner had to go away and get this service alternatively and it cost him 10 oranges, but you're charging him a quarter of an orange to give him the statement so it saves him 10 oranges, well, maybe you should be charging him 3. Why would you be charging him nothing? Maybe you need to be charging him something if you're not charging a fee. So guys, that's just a challenge there. Not just about the annual statement, if you can do that, but understanding the law of alternate cost, that when the alternate cost of providing a service is explained, should your service not be available, and you really look at it, look at all your fees. Look at your leasing fee. Look at your marketing fee. If you weren't going to be advertising on the internet and you withdrew that service and the property for rent wasn't advertised on the internet, what would the alternate cost be? How many weeks would the property be vacant for now? How much in dollars would that be? $2,000-3,000 in a vacant period in a really, really quiet time? All those sort of things, that's using the law of alternate cost. There's so many fees that you can apply that principle to. Hope you've learned something new there. Law of alternate cost. This is a Profitability Mindshift podcast. Take care.